Hey guys, what's up? It's Kenzie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another review. We are going to be reviewing the Covergirl Trublend Undercover Concealer. I have never tried this. I've seen a lot of things about this and I'm really excited to try it. And then also we are going to be reviewing the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. I've heard good things about this also. And then also we are going to be reviewing the Essence I Heart Extreme Curl and Volume Mascara. I've never tried anything Essence before, so I'm really excited to try their mascara. It's pretty cheap and pretty affordable. I've heard Tati talk about Essence Mascara a lot. I wasn't sure exactly which one, so I just went and picked up the mint bottle, and I'm really excited to try it. I always love trying out new mascaras, but nothing will ever beat my Maybelline The Mega Plush Volume Express. This is my favorite mascara ever. I literally have used this since middle school. I buy it and buy it and buy it over and over and over again. I love it just so much. It just makes my eyelashes look so good. But anyways, not to make this intro so long, if you guys are interested in watching me review these three products, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I've already done my skincare for the day. I've already moisturized and I feel kind of a little dry, so I'm gonna go in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I love this primer so much because it gives me a good extra moisture to the face, and it just makes the base of the face very nice and smooth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on in my T-zone. Okay, and then I like to double prime. Today I'm gonna double prime using the No Problem Prime Essence from Touch in Sol. I like this one because it also gives another touch of hydration to the face, but it also gives the pore filling effect to it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and rub this in. So now that we are all primed, today I am only going to use the concealer. I'm not going to use any foundation, just so I know exactly how well the concealer works by itself. And I'm hoping that this is going to be a good match for me, because when I went to Ulta, they only had a few select shades, which I was kind of disappointed about. But also that means it's a hot seller. It means that people are buying it, so it must be good. I'm really hoping that it is. Some details about the CoverGirl Concealer is that it's $11.99 and it has 10 milliliters of product in this bottle, so I think that's a fair price, especially for being drugstore. I've seen concealers be a lot cheaper than this, but we'll see how well it works, for if it's worth the price of $11.99. So I got the shade Buff Beige. I'm gonna go ahead and do a swatch on the back of my hand for you guys. So here's the swatch. It's kind of pink. I don't really think that this is going to be a great match. Like I said, I was hoping to get a shade lighter, but they were out. I also like how when you push it in, it pops out. That's interesting. Okay, but anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and apply this like I would foundation, but not really. You'll see what I mean. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some on the under eyes here. And you see how I had that blemish there. I'm hoping that when this is blended out, it will cover it. I'm basically just gonna put the concealer in the places you would put concealer, but a lot more, so that it covers almost the entire face. And I'm gonna put some on this blemish here, and on my forehead, my lip area, and then kind of stripe it down here. The smell of this really isn't all that great either. Now that we have it on the face, I'm actually going to do one side blended out with my foundation brush and the other with my Jeffree X Morphe sponge. So I'm going to go ahead on the right side, which is this side for me, with the sponge. So far, it's blending out pretty nice. The shade match really isn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's actually matching pretty decent. Okay, so now that this side is all blended out with the sponge, I'm going to go ahead and take my foundation brush and blend out this side. Okay, so now that the product is all blended out with both foundation brush and the sponge, I think that they both gave it an equal coverage. The brush definitely distributed it a lot better. In here in my nose crease, it didn't apply very well. So you can also see that you can still see my blemish, but the redness of it is kind of already gone. I'm just going to take the concealer a little bit more and touch up some spots that I want a little bit more coverage with. So far, I like the way that this is looking. It's definitely a buildable concealer. I like the coverage of it. I like the shade match actually. And then I also like just the way that it looks on my skin. My skin looks very fresh. It looks very even. So we are going to move right along into the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Setting Powder. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I always hate these like sticky things in here because they're always so hard to peel up. This is in the shade Translucent. I don't know if they come in any other shades. The price tag on this is $5.99. You get 0.70 ounces in this. It's 20 grams. That's pretty cheap for how much product you get in here. Like, look how big this is. So I'm going to go ahead and put some in the top of the container. So I was looking at some of the ingredients in here. The only thing that I noticed is that talc isn't the greatest thing, and there's cornstarch. I've never really heard of cornstarch being an ingredient in powders, but we're just gonna go ahead and try it out. I have some in the cap of the container. I'm gonna take the other side of my beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna take some and press it into the skin. Make sure I'm not setting any creases. It's already started to crease a little bit. I'm gonna just take the sponge and press it into the skin. I actually haven't used a sponge for powder in a while. I've been using a brush. I actually haven't used a sponge for any part of my makeup in quite some time. I've really been liking just using a brush. Okay, so my first initial thoughts is that literally just made my whole face look so smooth. Up close, I'm gonna move in a little close here. Up close, you can definitely see that it gave it like a powdery texture. It didn't really just soak into the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and press it in a little bit more. I also just like to, after I'm done using all powders, I like to use my setting spray, which I'm gonna do in a minute. I like to use the setting spray and make it all melt together. I'm not gonna use a brush on this side. I'm just gonna go ahead with the sponge again. So I do like how the powder is just blending in really nice and smooth. It definitely gives a brightening effect to the face. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bake my nose. I haven't baked my nose in quite some time either, but it's so satisfying. I forgot how satisfying it is. I'm gonna let this sit on my nose for a minute and I will be right back. Actually, I went off camera and I finished up the base of the face. I put on some bronzer and my eyebrows. I dusted off that bake. I put a little bit of nose contour on. And now I'm just gonna take my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray and I'm going to spray my face. This is by far my favorite setting spray that I have tried so far. So what I like to do is take my sponge and press in the setting spray to melt all of the products together and give it a more seamless look. Okay, so now that the face is all done, so far I really like the coverage of this concealer. I like the way it looks on my skin. I like the way it's blended with all the other products I've used. If you guys are wondering what I used to bronze, I used my mini Hoola bronzer. This thing is beat up. I use it all the time. I love it so much. Definitely going to repurchase that. I'm going to finish up this look using my Morphe X Jeffree Star palette. I'm just going to do a quick, cute eye look with you guys. I'm gonna go for more of a pinkier look today because I haven't done like a pink look in a while. Let me choose from all of my brushes. You know what's so crazy is that when I started my YouTube channel, I literally had 5 brushes. Now I have these brushes and I have all of these brushes. I love having like such a bigger brush collection. I can't wait to keep like adding to my brush collection. Actually, I have more because I have more dirty brushes and the brushes that I've used that are on the desk. So I'm actually gonna go in with this Wet n Wild blending brush. I'm gonna go into the shade My, which is a light pink shade, and I'm just gonna dust this over like the eye. I'm going to use this as a transition color to give it a nice pink brightening look. Honestly, pink is probably my favorite eyeshadow to use. I haven't done a pink look in quite some time, so I'm kind of excited about this. I usually do like base my eye looks off of the shirt I'm wearing. So normally I would like do a totally different one because I'm wearing a blue shirt. I'm just really feeling pink today. Like pink, pink, pink. I love that this palette has such a big mirror too. Like Jeffree, you really did that with this Morphe palette. Are you guys excited for what Jeffree's gonna bring out this year? Because I'm pretty excited, but you know what's not excited? My bank account. I love all of Jeffree's products. Everything that I have purchased from Jeffree has been literally the greatest addition to my makeup collection. I love all of his products so much. I have the I don't know if you guys can see it back there, but I have the Conspiracy, the Blood Sugar, the Mini Breaker, Jawbreaker. I have his 24 karat palette. I have his brush set. I have a couple of his liquid lips. I have his sponge from Morphe too. I just really can't get enough of Jeffree Star products. Okay, so now that the transition color My is set down, I'm gonna go into the shade Self-Made, which is this nice bright pink shade. And I'm gonna put this in the outer V. I'm gonna start like stamping it more in the outer corner here, and then I'm gonna just start bringing it upwards and start windshield wiper motioning, blending it out. I really like this color. This is like the perfect shade of pink. I'm just gonna go in small circular motions, blending it upwards into the transition color. So I'm gonna go back to the shade My on the bigger, fluffier brush and blend it more. Okay, just to keep this nice and simple, I'm just gonna take, let's see. I really love the shade 2 and also Millions. I love all of the shimmer shades in this palette. I just love this palette, actually. This is probably one of my favorite palettes from Jeffree. So I'm gonna take the shade 2, which is more of like a pinky shimmer shade. I'm gonna take that on my JS11 brush, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and put this like where you would like cut the crease. It's actually not showing up as like pink as it normally does, which is kind of weird. So you know what, I'm actually gonna take a little bit more on my brush and I'm gonna spritz it with my setting spray. So I'm just gonna do the same thing, place it on top of basically the lid where I would normally like cut the crease. Okay, so now that I have it on my lids, I'm gonna just go ahead and take the blending brush that I use Self-Made on. Gonna add a little bit more to the brush, and then just gonna place it on the outer V again, making sure that the two shades are blended together, and then right over the crease to make sure it's still defined. Okay, so then that is really it for the eye look. The next thing I'm gonna go in with is the Essence Mascara. If I can open it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, this is the weirdest wand I have ever seen. I wonder if you guys can see it. Like, it's kind of like a twirled brush, but it has different kinds of like, I don't even know what that is. I'm a little nervous to try this. Already the formula looks a little thick. I usually like a little bit more of like a watery, like a thinner consistency of mascara. But we are gonna go ahead and try this out. So far, it's not the worst mascara, but I really don't know if I like the way it's applying. Okay, so that is the mascara on. It's definitely not the greatest mascara that I've used. It definitely gave my lashes a good lift. It's very black. I don't know if I necessarily like the way it applied. Usually like these lashes look a lot better. They kind of clump together. It's a little clumpy. Like I said, I usually like a thinner consistency of like the product. I don't know how I really feel about it. We'll see how it wears, if it crumbles or bleeds, or I think that this one's supposed to be waterproof. Actually, I don't know. This Curl and Volume mascara from Essence is only $4.99. That's really not that bad for mascara. I think the Maybelline one that I use is $8.99. I'm gonna add this lip gloss from Ofra. This is the shade Sugar Cup. I really like this lip gloss. This is actually my first Ofra product that I've ever tried. Okay, so I just went and I put a little bit of highlight on my face. I used the Ciate highlight in the shade Moon Dust, I think it is. Oh yeah, Moon Dust. It came in like a little box and this is what it looks like. I like the highlight. It gives you a very natural glow. So the full face is finished. I really love how this turned out. I think my makeup looks very good. I love the eye look. I really love how the concealer looks still the powder looks so good. It looks very like I don't want to say natural, but it laid down very nice. The concealer blended out beautifully. It covered this blemish, and you can still kind of see like my acne scars under here, but that's totally okay. I really don't mind that. I honestly could probably build up the coverage more if I really wanted to, but I don't really care to. It hasn't creased yet, and I've been filming for probably 45 minutes or more. To finish this up, I really like this concealer. I like the shade match actually. I think it looks very beautiful. It blended out very nice. I'm gonna have to try it out a couple more times, but for my first impression, I really love this so far. The translucent powder, I really like this. I love how it just blended right into the skin and how it laid down. It looks very nice. It didn't make my face look cakey. The only thing I really don't like is that it has talc and cornstarch, which I think that's just so weird. Like, why cornstarch? Does anybody have an answer for that? Like, what does cornstarch do? Why is it in a product? And then the Essence Mascara, I like the way it looks. I don't like the way it applied. I don't like how thick the consistency of the product is. And the wand is just very odd. I still love my Maybelline one. So that is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed me doing the first impression of these 3 products. I had fun playing with makeup today. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Also, if you guys are on Instagram and TikTok, my usernames are both MacMUA_. I always link them down in the description box. I just started posting back on Instagram after taking a break because of my acne, but my acne is pretty much all gone now, which is super awesome, and I'm super happy that it's pretty much gone. It's just really all acne scars, which those will fade, and if they don't, that's no big deal. It's not that big of a problem to me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Until next time, guys. Bye.